Okay, so welcome. I guess I don't know if this is the official start of Coast to Coast. If you can hear me fine, just put yeah, you can hear me in the chat, just so I know my audio is working. Can you hear me? Okay, thanks, Carolina. Yep, just waiting on the judge. He said he's going to be 2 minutes. So Coast to Coast. If you missed our, I guess, debut 2 weeks ago, myself and the judge from DG Courtroom. He is a Twitch streamer, verified Twitch streamer, who talks a lot about Topshot. If you don't know what Topshot, it's the NBA, and they got NFTs on the Flow blockchain, which you can have some basketball moments and watch the moments and collect them, depending if you like the teams. So yes, it was a crazy first show 2 weeks ago. Thanks for everyone that came to that show. If you attended and filled out the form, you should have some NFTs in your wallet. I did send some Polygon chain NFTs, which you can check it out when you go into your OpenSea to check it out. Also, you would have got your Pope event for the first one, and that's, I guess, the rare one, the first event of it wasn't Coast to Coast. I think we called it GB Takes on the Judge, I think it was. But so this event will now, I guess, will be every week around this time, unless we decide to change the time frames depending on how busy people are on this schedule. But yeah, we will try to do a coast to coast show, which is talking about sports, NFTs, and anything alike to do with that. A lot of the focus might be on NBA Topshot, but we will talk about other things like NFL Draft, which is happening now. Also, there is a possibility that we could look at Rev car racing. You got Z horse racing. You've got up and coming, probably, I think it is in October, the Chicken Derby. And if you haven't seen it, Chicken Derby is a hot topic lately, which is similar to Z racing and will be the chicken run, I guess. You can race your chickens in the virtual metaverse. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. If it kicks off like Z, there's going to be some fun mechanics, slightly different to Z horse racing. They've got some sort of talents on the chickens, so the chickens have got some weapons, I guess. But yeah, so we're just waiting on the judge. Looks like he's in the chat, so hopefully he goes on the voice.
I'm here, GB. I'm here.
No worries. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, how's the weather down in? Where are you currently? Still in New York?
I am still in New York. It is actually starting to get chilly here.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, it's still nice, but it's like 70 degrees today or so. Fahrenheit. I don't know. Does anyone still know Fahrenheit besides people in the U.S.?
Well, I've got no idea. We're Celsius here, so I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means in Celsius, but it's cooling off today. I actually have like a hoodie on for the first day in a long time.
Oh, jeez. But how's the flooding and all that stuff that's happening down your end?
It went okay. I mean, it just poured for really, really bad for it seemed like 24 hours or so. But I mean, like, luckily there's nothing serious around me, so
That's good. That's good
wasn't too bad.
Hopefully, none of our people in chat had any problems either, wherever they're at, if they're in the US or other parts of the world. I know here in Sydney, it's just past 8 a.m. in the morning and it's a cloudy day, but we're stuck in lockdown because of COVID, so I can't really do much. I've got a 5 kilometer radius lockdown where I can only go outside to exercise for an hour, and I've got to come back home. And we got curfew, so a lot of places you got to be home by 9 p.m. and you can't leave until 5 a.m. in the morning. So we're a bit stuck with this COVID stuff. But let's move on. So, what's the world of NBA Topshot been happening, Judge? You've been watching it pretty closely. What's happened since the 2 weeks that we came on last?
Jesus, I mean, it may as well have been 2 years since we've last spoken.
Yep.
as I think the last time I came on, right? Like Top Shot was like pumping, and everyone was really excited about it, and all our accounts were kept skyrocketing, and it was very exciting times. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, 'cause from August 11th until I'd say sometime last week, Top Shot was really quote unquote back. It was hot, right? It was back to being one of the hottest things in the NFT space.
Yep.
And then they came out with the WNBA packs, which I don't think we've spoken on in your Discord since that happened. And
Nope.
that kind of I don't think that's the total reason why there was the kind of this shift right now, but it did take people's attention away from the Top Shot pump. And look, the WNBA product, it was it's while it's very intertwined with the NBA on Top Shot, it is a different product, and everyone's eyeballs went to the new shiny toy, the new shiny product, and that was the WNBA packs and moments. And it had an effect on the market, and first of all, it took people away from the NBA moments, right?
Yep.
And then it did cause um, people to go buy the WNBA stuff, and for what was pumping before, no longer was pumping. And then we started to see a little dip in the NBA side of things. Now, again, like long term, I think we're totally fine. We're perfectly fine. I think introducing the WNBA moments was a very good idea. If they wanted to do it, now was the perfect time because now it is the WNBA playoffs are starting. This is the quote unquote the dead zone in the NBA off season. Right now is kind of when everything is quiet and the general managers are taking vacations and the coaches and again only 1 month and the new season, the new series on Top Shot begins, and there's a lot that we have to do, which we can talk about in the next month that has to happen on Top Shot. So it's going to be very big, fun month. But in terms of the Top Shot market, we've seen a little dip, a little market recorrection or a market correction, and as you and I think a lot of other people know, the rest of the NFT space, the profile pictures, those became kind of hot again. So the people who joined came back to Top Shot and helped put their money back in Top Shot seem to have taken a little bit of those profits and then went back into the NFT space to buy more profile pictures.
Yeah, I think the same time is like the profile pictures, yeah, is booming, and also I think what happened as well is that mutant ape drop as well caused a bit of people to get out of Top Shot, I guess, because I think the mint price was 2 point something ETH, or started off at free ETH and it was dropping down, and was a Dutch auction, which is basically reverse format of an auction. So it goes from free ETH downwards and until the sells out, and yeah, 2 point or free ETH, and it went down. I think the lowest it went down to was 2.7 before it got sold out. So that's a lot of money involved in people pulling out, I guess. And yeah, I suspected that some of it would have been from Top Shot and or other areas. But yeah, the WNBA, I know you opened your pack. Now I'm still holding mine. I'm hoping because it's the number one female pack that came out that it might hold some value. And I know that there's talk about selling packs for NBA Top Shot. Do you reckon all these WNBA series, or they say series two, but the first moments for the WNBA, do you reckon they're going to go hot? Do you reckon they're collector pieces, or do you still reckon that uh, series one you can't beat it? Series one NBA ones is pretty much the ones to keep. What's your
Uh, Well, as you know, GB, I am not a smart man. I am not a smart man, and again, I got carried away during the live stream last night. We got someone gave 50 subs, and then we got a massive raid, and I got caught up in the moment, in the heat of the moment. GB, I got caught up. I was going to keep my pack unopened forever, even though I secretly behind the scenes I knew that was not going to be possible because again, I'm in the content business, right? I'm streaming every night. I got
yep,
to have 5, 6 hours of content. So
yep,
I did know at some point I'm going to open that pack. Again, if I was in a perfect world, I would have liked to keep that unopened forever. I do think when you can start selling packs, having the first WNBA pack unopened and being able to sell that on the market, people will pay a premium for that. I have no doubt that that will be the case. So I think that like again, if you have the self discipline to holding on to that pack, not opening it. That is the smartest financial move to do. But for me, like, you know, I needed content, and also I love opening packs, like we all
Yep,
do.
yep.
And again, like I truly was waiting for it's a fun time to open it on my stream, and it happened last night. But again, smart move by you holding it. Yeah, and if you can, that's what I would recommend.
I guess the worst case that for you is you can buy a pack when they start to release it. You got a chance to buy one, so there'll be a few on the market. So maybe get them early.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like look. With that being said, look, I don't think nothing is going to compare to the NBA, right? So
Yep,
like,
true,
while I
true.
think there'll be a premium on these packs, it's not like holding a Western Conference Finals NBA pack. I mean, the demand for the WNBA just isn't there.
Yep,
So like, do I think you're going to be able to buy a mansion, buy a yacht, buy a fancy car by
yep,
holding WNBA packs? I don't think so. But you only need one, right? You only need one person who's really into the WNBA. And I still think you will get a premium. You'll be able to get a nice chunk of change, but it's not going to be. I wouldn't expect to be anything crazy.
yep. At the moment, I've still got 4 packs that I'm holding. WNBA 2021 Challenge, the early one, the best of 21, and I still got a Cool Cats
Look at
pack
that.
that I'm still holding.
You're a rich man. You're a rich man.
So who knows? Oh well, I'll open up the Cool Cats because I know I need a Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm a fan, so I'll be opening that up shortly, I guess. Um,
Wait. What's the Cool Cats?
you didn't get the Cool Cats drops? Oh, that's right. You weren't into Crypto Kitties. So
That's the one that the Carl Anthony Towns one.
yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That was I was that man. I wasn't even in Top Shot when that came out.
Yeah, so I was, and I registered with the CryptoKitties. I think the Google form that they had, and yeah, I got the pack. And then funny thing is, I didn't realize that I had the pack in my pack section because, if you unless you go to the pack section, you don't check it. Most people when they buy packs, they open the pack straight away, so you don't save the packs. And then yeah, just by chance, I saved the WNBA pack, and then I went, oh, let me go to my packs. Oh, I still got my Cool Cats. I forgot about that. I totally thought I didn't even actually win the competition or get the Google form. I thought you had to register by a certain time, and I must have missed out. And then there, behold, it was there. So lucky me.
I think a lot of people they have no idea that Top Shot basically gave a free pack if you owned a CryptoKitty. I think if they tried to do that right now, there'd be riots in the street.
Yep,
Like I don't think they'll ever do something like that again.
yep.
And I think a lot of people just have no idea that actually occurred. And that Cool Cat ended up being needed to finish the set and then get in the Nine Lives Lounge.
So yeah, so Nine Lives Lounge. Now that you mentioned it, you want to explain to people what the Nine Lives Lounge is? I guess not many people from Tokesmart knows what that is.
I mean, the Nine Lives Lounge, GB, is basically imagine a utopia, imagine paradise, imagine me naked. No, not me naked. Imagine whoever you think is the sexiest person alive. Feeding you grapes on an island or something. It's just to me, it's while technically it may not be the first master set ever released on Top Shot. I think there was another one that no one ever talks about or even knows about. Um, it's really the first true master set on Top Shot. It's going to be again. You had to complete 30 Cool Cats. It spanned. It seems like years it took to complete that set. It took at least 6, 7, 8 months. There were so many different packs being released, drops. I mean, you went through so many ups and downs. People loved the Cool Cats. They hated it. They detested it. I mean, it was running the gauntlet. And to hold all of those Cool Cats for that entire time, or just to want to complete it, it really was a grueling task. And there will never be anything like it again. And if you completed it, you're basically they formed something called the Nine Lives Lounge. It's a private Discord in Top Shot, and they basically have told us you're getting utility until the end of time if you complete that set. And in my opinion, it is probably the smartest investment you can make if you are going to join the Top Shot platform, because they are going to do things like give you a first dibs and early access to other Dapper projects. Now, which ones we don't really know, but Roham himself has already been in the Nine Lives Lounge numerous times. There are going to be NBA players chatting with us in the Nine Lives Lounge. There are going to be all kinds of abilities to win different types of contests, different types of utility, whether that's going to NBA games, autographed jerseys, all kinds of things, and it is going to be constantly be improving, updating, and the utility truly will never end. And I don't think there's ever going to be anything that you can compare it to if you want to join. If you want to complete a set, if you want to get that type of access and utility in Top Shot. So like I still remember vividly the night before the Cool Cats ended. And I had a lot of people that basically bailed at the last minute because Top Shot was going through a really hard time. It was I think at one point the Luca in that set was worth $12,000. I think towards the end of that challenge, it was down to $600. So from 12 grand to 600, that's how long the contest was. And the sentiment changed so far and so much in the length of that contest. And the night before, no one wanted to complete it towards the end anymore. Like I ended up completing it because I believed in Top Shot. I believed in the platform like I always have. And I really genuinely believed they would reward the people who just holy shit, like just went through that 6 to 8 month ordeal and come out with a lot of utility. And this is one time where I ended up being really right. And they've turned this into probably the most, in my opinion, one of the best investment you can make on Top Shot.
Yeah, so I know I've been looking at those cool cats and trying to complete the set, so I was thinking about it. So the Lamello, it's a big, I guess, a bottleneck, correct? A lot of people,
Correct.
there's a few whales that hold a few that, so that's the one, if you can get one cheap, that's the one you need to keep an eye on, correct?
Yeah. So just for everyone, if everyone doesn't know, so the Cool Cats, if you completed the Cool Cat challenge, and again, you had to complete 30 of all 30 moments. If you bought all 30, then the reward was getting a LaMelo ball, right? So only 2,953 people completed the challenge. So that's how many LaMelos are out there. There's 10,000 apes, right? There's 10,000 apes.
Yep.
There's only 2,953 LaMelo ball Cool Cats. Right now, again, I think right after the challenge ended, I don't even know how much LaMelo was going for. I don't even remember. Was it 1,500? I mean, 1,200. I honestly I don't remember anymore. Now LaMelo is $6,000. If this is not worth $50,000 in a year, GB, you pick something and I'll do it. Pick something to make me look like a fool, and I'll do it. To me, this is going to be the Bored Ape of Top Shot.
Okay,
So
so that's an interesting. I just hold that chat or the people watching. Put some comments what you reckon Judge should do if he's not right. If it's not for what does he say? 50,000 by the end of the year. So what do some people think?
no. One year,
No,
from today,
one year, one year from
one year from
today.
today.
So what's
Yes,
today? So September the 3rd, where you are. September the 4th here in Australia. So
yes.
what? Shave his head. That's one.
I will not shave my head.
Shave
I
his
no, I'm not
eyebrows.
shaving my head. I would shave my eyebrows. I would shave my eyebrows.
So yeah, he's got a bit of
I'll do
lovely hair. He doesn't want to
anything
shave.
within reason. I would do.
Yeah, true. We just want to see what people think. Tattoo. That's interesting.
I would do a tattoo. I would absolutely do a tattoo. Absolutely,
Wax your chest live. That's
I would do
different.
that.
It
I
might
would
be
do
a bit.
that.
It might be a bit painful, but yeah.
Hey, I can handle pain.
Judge should do sucker ducker for giveaway of his LeBron James Sing Star 17
I'm
mints.
not giving away my LeBron in 1 year. In 1 year, that could be 50K as well. I'm not giving that away.
that's
Out of
a
here.
that's a good one, Poker Pro. Tattoo of GB. I don't know about that. I don't want to be anywhere on his body. Sorry, Rofia.
Oh, come on! You know you do, GB. Right in my right in my little crevice. Right in my the
No,
taint.
No, I don't think that's going to be that one. Okay. Also, while people are in chat, um, I will post a Google form. So while we're chatting away, you can fill it out. It it's pretty simple this week. Ethereum address, Topshot moment address, Wax address. Um, we haven't discussed about giveaways or stuff, but I will give out a Ethereum NFT after the show. And then depending how this show goes live, we can give out some Wax stuff or give up Top Shot moments or whatever. So we can discuss that later, but it's all good. You will get something, at least the minimum is the Ethereum NFT from me. So while you're doing that, also, if you don't know where the form is, two up from live chat is event links. I've pasted it there as well, so you can get it later. So you don't have to worry if you forgot where it is. Oh, here we go. Fly to Australia and do GB's chores for a week. Oh, that's pretty interesting. I don't know, but to me, that's okay. My wife will love that. Thanks for that, Arovian. Um,
Hey, I wouldn't mind that. Me stay in GB's mansion. That'd be fun.
and yeah, and then can take you to a few of the nice places around Australia, because I'm sure you haven't been here.
Yeah. No, yeah, I've never been there. I've always wanted to go, but yeah, that could be fun.
Of course,
Then again, it's not a punishment.
outside of COVID lockdown. Hopefully, in a year's time, we're out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, Jesus, COVID thing, man,
Yeah.
it's rough. But yeah, yeah, guys, seriously, if anyone has, keep the ideas coming because I genuinely, I promise, I will do something for sure if that it's not 50K.
It's all right.
Because I have
Also,
two, by the way, guys. I have two of these babies, and I may buy a third. Right now, they're $6,000. I gotta make some moves.
okay. So,
Um,
so while we're at it, Judge, if you want, stream your or share your screen, and let's show the people here what Lamelo NBA Top Shot moment is.
all right, hold on. Oh, Scott, GB, I need a mouse. This is driving me so insane not to have a mouse. All right,
Chat,
I'm sharing my screen,
can you
everyone.
tip the judge some crypto? He's got a Mac. We don't like Macs. He needs a mouse
Yeah,
as
I know.
well.
I know. I'm getting
Just
again. I will be getting. I promise. I'm gonna get a PC. It's coming. It's
so
coming.
so yeah. So the judge is paying these high rents in New York. He can't afford a PC. He can't afford a mouse. Anyone want to tip him some little bit of crypto, some whale or something for him to help out in chat? Go right ahead. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. But yep, let's see. He's everyone join the stream. Um, have a look at what the judge is showing, and let's watch this Lamelo Ball moment. Go for it.
So, all right. So you guys can see my screen.
Yep, I can see it. Yep.
All right. So this is going to be the Bored Ape of Top Shot here. Already $6,000. It was up to 7,200. But again, similar to the the NFT space, a couple people are greedy. They can't. No patience is here, GB. There's no fucking patience. People undercut, and they couldn't let us get this. This was close to getting up to 10K. It was 7,200, not far away from 10K. And then a few people wanted to take the profits. So now, again, it was down to like 43. I think I down to 4,500 even, and now it's already back up to 6K. I love it. And let's watch this moment. The moment itself is cool, again, but you're not buying it for how great the moment is. You're buying it for what it represents, for what it can give you, for the low mint count, and for the access, the utility that it provides. And it is the bottleneck for completing the set. Now, this LaMelo Ball, to me, is a much better moment. Watch this one. Watch this pass, GB. This is sick. Look how filthy that pass is.
Yeah, underarm pass. Jeez.
I mean, I mean, that is. I mean, no one else would. Only a few players in the league would even try that. I don't even if that many. He may be the only one. So that's a great moment. You can see that one's 3,300. I have one of those. But so yeah, I mean, and LaMelo, like, it is going to be very interesting because LaMelo's like almost become the face of Top Shot now, and I am a little nervous. I'm not as high on LaMelo as everyone else is. He's going to be very good, but people act like he's going to be a legendary player, and I don't know if that's going to be the case. So we also it will it matter if he doesn't have a sensational year, right? Will that impact the pricing on his moments? So this season's going to be very interesting to see what happens to. I mean, tons of players, but in particular LaMelo, as he's become like the face of Top Shot right now.
Yep.
Everyone is just he just loves him so much.
Exactly. So, I know if he has a breakout season this year again, his moments are going to increase in value. I can see that.
Oh God, yeah. If he exceeds, yes, I mean, yeah, then he's even going to pump even harder.
Yep.
But I'm more worried about if the opposite happens because his expectations are so high for people. Now the saving grace is he's such a flashy player, and people just gravitate to him. I think even if he's not on the court does as well as people would like, I still think he's got the kind of the aura around him that will always make him a popular top shot player. But as more and more basketball people get on the site, a backlash will come. There will be a time if he's not performing on the court, will that where that backlash will come. It always happens to every player. So it's going to be very interesting to watch going forward.
Yep. Yep. I know that. I can see that. You just think to yourself, if he does have a bad season, I can see a lot of his moments just crashing. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I reckon the Cool Cats Lamelo will still hold his value because people will want to restrict people to get into the Nine Lives Lounge. But I reckon, yeah, his other ones it will drop in value. Um,
Yeah, yeah, and I would say again, like the savvy and the smart people in the Nine Lives Lounge, they understand the value in the Lamelo, right? They understand that again, we control the floor
yeah,
and the price on that moment, and all we have to do is be patient. If we just hold it, like it is going to go up. And again, as Top Shot unleashes more and more utility, it's inevitable. Like people just all they have to do is just be patient and not
exactly. Yep. All the
out.
col- the
And
the
this
collectors will come, and that's when it's going to go
Yes.
crazy.
And again, if it does dip in price, you have a ton of us in that Nine Lives Lounge who are waiting to be able to buy another one. So I have two. A lot of people have a lot more than that. And again, I would gladly pick up a third if it keeps dropping. Again, I'm not. It's a lot of money, right? So I'd have to make moves and liquidate some stuff. But again, to me, from my financial perspective, it just makes it just is a really smart move.
Yeah. And that's the thing. All this is to everyone that's watching. It's not financial advice. We do our
Not
own
financial advice.
research. So we play with our own money. So if you're thinking about NBA Top Shot, it's your decision. Okay. So we do spend some money. This like to buy a Lamelo, like Judge is saying, $6,000 at the moment is a lot of money. If it drops down to 4,000, like it did, I think this week, still a lot of money for people. So yeah, just make sure you do your own financial advice. We're just giving you some entertainment piece, I guess we can say. So, Judge, now we can see your moments.
Yes.
What is your favorite moment? I guess.
Well, first of
'Cause-
all, let me just say this, GB. Look, I
yeah.
made some buys today
Oh,
because of your brilliant advice. I sold some bananas last
yep.
night.
Yep.
I got a little liquidity. Gas wars again. Gas sucks. We all hate gas, right?
Yep.
Uh, where's there no gas, guys? Top Shot, the Flow Network, no gas. So again, right now I have a plan. What I want to buy. And today I bought a John Morant Rising Star. This popped up on our favorite site, Live Token, as basically the lowest ask with a great serial, 625 serial, the lowest ask. Um, this moment, but I forgot that this moment is, watch this, a very bizarre moment. Look at that. That may be the only 3-point moment of Ja's career that he has on the site, first of all, because it's always going to be his athleticism, him dunking, alley oops. So it's an interesting moment. It's a cool, 3-pointer. He's going for the foul there. So again, already a Top Shot favorite. The potential, again, I think he's right now overrated, but the potential is obviously there. Very excited to buy that Ja seeing star today. Um, I was able to snipe a Julius Randle 68 serial. and an Aiden debut for a 410 serial. Again, basically close to the floor. Now look at this random moment, GB. Watch how great this dunk is. I mean, that is filthy. I
Mm.
mean, that is such a cool moment. Um, so again, I've been making buys. What I'm looking for, again, right now, the thing that people still don't know how to value is low cereals, right?
Yep.
So I think you can still get some good deals going for the low cereals. Now, again, some will be more expensive and we can't afford, but occasionally, like I think the Randall, I think I paid $150 for a 68. I mean, and second team All NBA this past year, and again, eventually, Knicks fans are crazy when the fans get on the platform. Um, Players that are in the big markets are going to be more valuable than the smaller markets. That's just the way that things are going to go. So very happy to pick up that one. I also bought again Carmelo Anthony, right? A low serial, a 42 out of 35K.
Yep.
Again, I think I got that for I don't know $40. I don't even remember what it was. He's going to play one more year and then he's going to go in the Hall of Fame. Again, like his future is going to be very bright on Top Shot. Also, remember, players that are going to retire soon, they're not going to have a lot of Top Shot moments, right?
Yep.
So Carmelo may have another 5 moments total, and that's it. And
Yep.
then
And
that's
you
it.
got to and you got to collect a Carmelo to complete the set, correct? Or the team set.
Say it again.
Well, you got to collect a Carmelo to get the team set. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. If you want to complete like the Portland team set, you'd have to get get this Carmelo, and so like there still is good buys out there, even though again we did have this pump a couple weeks ago, and still while we had a little bit of a dip, there still is a lot of the moments I previously wanted to get, they still are out of my price range. So I've been spending a lot of time researching what moments I still are still quote unquote values or still bargains, because they are harder to find now than they were 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
But back to your original question, my apologies. My
That's right.
favorite, I think we showed this. I think we showed this last time. I think my favorite moment that I own is again, it's my Zion, it's my baby, it's my beauty. This was my holy grail when I first joined the site. I don't even remember when I first joined the site. I never thought I'd ever be able to buy this. It was so expensive. I don't remember. I honestly couldn't even tell you how much it was. I'm sure someone could do the research and tell us.
Yep.
But I was able to snipe this on Live Token for $1,200.
Do you want to put it on
Back,
full screen so people can see it a little bit better?
sure. So I'm just a big. I love everything about this moment. I love the blocks. I love the angles. I love the third angle when you can see the entire this one where you see the entire crowd kind of getting excited. Um, and I don't really see any way that Zion's not going to be in. I'll show it one more time. Where he's not going to be in the discussion for MVP for the next decade, unless he gets injured.
Yep. Yep. All right. So, chat, if you're watching, yes, you don't have to expend too much money. There is some great deals out there. At the moment, I've been watching the market. So has Judge. The cheapest, I guess, ones you can find is about $3 or $4 US. So you can get a few Top Shot moments in your belt. Yep, $3, $4. Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys that, we don't know how this trade system is going to work. There is going to be a trade moment to try and get it. What is it? A lottery into Series 1 collection, is it correct?
Yeah, so
Judge?
there's gonna be trade tickets. So, and you can see on my screen right here, right here. I did a little buying yesterday because trade tickets are coming, and I bought Drew Holiday. By the way, I love one of the most underrated players in the league. I bought like 20 of his moments because this was like the cheapest. This was $4 for each one. Um, and I did complete the Bucks team set. That's my favorite team. So you get a little bonus there for completing a team set, and then continue to stacking up the players on that team. But again, that was the cheapest moment on the site, which was shocking to me. And with the trade tickets coming up, if you have, I think it's going to be between 80 and 100. If you basically what's going to happen, this is how it's going to work. Every moment that you give to Top Shot. You can choose any. Doesn't matter if it's the cheapest moment on the site or the best moment on the site. You trade that moment into Top Shot for one trade ticket. Now, if you do, you're going to need to get about 80 trade tickets. 80 to, I would guess 80 to 100 to be on the safe side. If you trade in 80 moments to Top Shot, they'll give you 80 tickets. And again, you can trade in the worst 80 moments that you have. Doesn't matter. You'll get 80 trade tickets. If you get enough trade tickets, you can enter a queue. And the queue is going to be for S1 packs. When Top Shot first came out, they held back a lot of the Series 1 moments, a lot of the best moments on the entire site. Anyone heard of LeBron James? LeBron James.
We've had one ask about the LeBron James Kobe tribute dunk, if they can see it.
Um, we can show that, but I think more
Yeah.
important right now, it's important to show what I'm going to show you in a second. It's going to be LeBron's debut moment, which, by the way, is more expensive than the Kobe tribute. They're close. So this is 17,000 right now. His debut moment. The Kobe tribute is 13,000.
Yep.
Now, 50% of this moment, this is LeBron James. This is basically his rookie moment on the site. There's 50% of these were only released. Only 50% were released. That means 50%, GB, are going to be in the S1 packs coming up.
Yep.
So if you get enough trade tickets to enter that queue and you get an S1 pack, you have a chance to get that moment. And that's honestly, that's a life-changing moment, that kind of money. And again, every star player is going to be in those packs. And to me, getting enough trade tickets so you can get in the S1 queue and have a chance. Now, again, you're not guaranteed to get a pack. You're not guaranteed. And I think a lot of people like me know how valuable it is going to be to be able to get those S1 packs. So, but if you are able to get in that queue and then get a pack, an S1 pack, you have a chance to get some of the best and most historical, greatest moments, most valuable moments on the site. So I will be getting in that queue, and that's why I've been buying up some of the cheap moments right now in anticipation of the trade tickets coming up. And again, they basically promised us it's going to come before Series 3, which means it has to come in the next month.
Yep. The other thing you could also look at is, like we discussed previously, people will be buying the floor and
Yes.
flipping it when the trade starts. So that they will basically buy the floor, raise the price, and then basically trying to make a profit. So there is opportunity for people out there. If you don't want to risk going to the trade ticket, you could probably just go buy these $4 moments and then try and sell it. Let's say if the floor jumps up to $8, you sell it for $8. You've basically doubled your money.
Yeah, I mean, the first time and only time that they announced the trade tickets and went into some detail about them, the floor immediately jumped. It went from, I don't remember exactly what it went to, but I think it doubled from like $3 to like 7 or 8. So right now the floor is, I think, $4. And when they do announce trade tickets, the floor will be raised again. My guess would be $6, $7. So yeah, if you just have a lot of these moments, the cheap moments, and you want to then flip them for that kind of profit, there's really no risk in doing that, in my opinion.
Yeah, true. There's no risk trying to flip it. The only risk will be
Yeah.
the trade ticket. But having said that, they did say the trade tickets. If you don't get the Series 1, you get the, what was it, the leftover packs or?
Yeah, so that's the bummer. But like I think Top Shot realizes that, and that's why we're all waiting for more details. I think they're gonna find a way to make it better. Like they initially said, if you miss out and don't get an S1 pack, you get a rebound pack. But the rebound pack is basically going to be all the garbage that people traded in for the trade tickets, right? And the vast majority are going to be using the worst moments on the site for trade tickets. So
Yeah.
who the hell is going to want a rebound pack with like 3 or 4 of the worst players in the NBA, right? No one really. So like I want to see what Top Shot says. Again, I think that they're going to find a way to make those rebound packs better than originally thought.
Yeah. Yeah, can't wait to see what they latest updates. But yeah, interesting. Um, so going back to LeBron, I guess we got to watch this Kobe tribute. Otherwise, our chatters will
Okay.
be a bit upset.
All right, let's watch that one. So again, this is again, if I had one other holy grail right now, it probably would be this moment. I think a lot of your audience actually had this moment already. Was lucky enough
Yeah,
to get an top shot early
I don't
and
think.
and get this.
Yeah, I don't think Grevinator, who I think was the main culprit, I don't think he's here at the moment. He looks like he's
I
online,
don't
but he's
see
not
him.
in the
Yeah.
chat. Yeah, he's not in the chat. Anyone want to
So
ping Grevinator? I'm sure he will love to join in on the conversation a bit later about Top Shot.
I think he had like several of these. So this is like there's a big debate. Like, what's going to be more valuable? This moment here. Look at that. Ooh, look at that poetry. It's got everything you want. I mean, um, in a moment.
Yeah,
And when they do the camera work right with the slow mo, it just look like right there. Like it just looks. I mean, that's gorgeous. Um, and so that's the Kobe tribute. Kobe Bryant did almost that exact same dunk. Obviously, Kobe passed, and that became a very big deal when that dunk was made. It always will be a very historical moment on the site, one of the most iconic. And there is a debate, though, what's going to be more valuable? Is it going to be that Kobe tribute or LeBron's debut, which is his quote unquote rookie moment on the platform? And that's something that I've been debating. If I could, if somehow I had a lot of money, which one would I go after? If I had that kind of money, it would keep me up at nights.
yeah,
I think I would go for the Kobe tribute. I mean, right now it would be an easier decision because the Kobe tribute is $4,000 less, and I could there's not a chance in hell I could afford the debut moment. Um, but there is debate whether or not over time, which now I think both are going to be worth a ton. You can't go wrong, but it is an interesting discussion on which one will ultimately be more valuable.
well, that's true. Everyone knows you can't go wrong with LeBron. Just all it'll be is when you sell, how long you have to hold. Like there'll be fluctuations in the market. It'll go up and down. So I wouldn't panic if you do have a LeBron. Like I know I've got the cheap ones at the moment. I'll sooner or later I'll go for the lot more expensive ones. Even though I'll probably go for Cool Cats first, finish that set first. Um, but yeah, it's a very interesting one. Yeah, LeBron, the rookie debut or the actual Kobe tribute. Now
Yeah.
that'll be a big question. Anyone in the chat? What do you guys reckon? Just post in the chat. Would you reckon he's a Top Shot debut or the Kobe tribute? While we're continuing on chatting and they're putting it. Um, Now I can see your collector score, 29,
Yeah.
almost 30,000. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. I mean, I've been slowly increasing mine. I remember the last show 2 weeks ago. That was pretty dismal. I only had what I think it was 5 moments. But I have been,
You've been making moves. You've been making moves.
I've been slowly trying to get things. So yeah, I'm up. I'm close to 1,000 now. The collector score. So that's increasing. Let's say. Not happy that I having issues with logging onto my Dapper wallet at the moment. They finally decided to do my ID verification, and if for some reason the camera failed, so I've been talking to them, so getting that sorted as we speak. Um, but yeah, I think how many
What,
moments have I got now?
what
Let me
was
just.
your favorite buy that you made in the past week or so, or since we last were here 2 weeks ago?
Oh, so I've been buying cool cats, but the cheap ones. So I've been just trying to slowly
Nice,
get those. Um,
smart.
and I've been watching the WNBA female, so I was collecting some of those to try and complete the challenge for the
Yep.
AJ Wilson. So I got some of those. I did buy one Series 1, but it was only a Brook Lopez. It was just a little cheap, so I thought it's a bit of a deal. Worst case, I can flip it later if I need to. Series 1 is always,
Always fun to get an S1. Always
yep,
fun. Yes.
always, yep. And yeah, and just trying to see if I can snipe some cheap Minnesota Timberwolves. Favorite team, so I'm just hoping to collect and finish the set. But yeah,
Who
slowly
who's
going.
the who's the bottleneck for the Minnesota team set?
Um, I can't remember off the top of my head. Might have been.
GB, look at me. Why am I only have one of five. Well, first of all, not many players in the set. Why do I have so few of these? So you can see
Yep.
again if you go, you can see if you click on that collector score, you can see all the sets you've completed,
Yep.
what you have to do to complete it. So you can see for Minnesota, I'd have to get a Russell, a Culver, McLaughlin, and a Josh Okoji, who I call Okie Dokie. Not a very good player, but interesting. All right, so are you going to try to complete the entire set, the series one, series two, and all
As
of them?
as a fan, yes.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I will try that. That's basically the Timberwolves set plus the Cool Cats is the two goals at the moment on the top of my to do list. Basically, I don't know if I'll do the S1 first or if it will be the S2. But yeah, I will be looking at those ones. So please, if you're listening in chat, do not buy the floors all the time. Do not try and pump the price up before I get it. Okay, let me try and get some of these. Grevinator, if you're listening, I know you're a Timberwolves fan. Do not buy it either. Okay, Grevinator, save some for me. All right.
I think everyone should go buy Minnesota moments right now. Let's get that floor moving. Let's get that floor up. I'm trying to think what. Okay, Russell, not too bad. $77 for Russell. I'm trying to think. Is there? Maybe I should complete this set. GB Culver 73. Like it doesn't seem like there's a big bottleneck here. McLaughlin 68. Oh, GB,
Yeah,
you're
it's
lucky. Your favorite team is Minnesota. I mean, you're
yeah,
lucky because
exactly. When I looked at it, so I noticed that yeah, it's
yeah,
below
yeah.
100. A lot of these floor prices were below 100, so I saw that. But if I
Now
want to get
again,
a
like
good cereal, but yeah, series two.
yeah, the series two with the Anthony Edwards, but again, there's a 40K Edwards, so there's nothing. Yeah, I mean, there shouldn't be anything crazy. Again, the reason why team sets are so hard, for those of you who aren't aware, a lot of the team sets to complete, you have to get a run it back, and these are all thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
and that's why and again, the mint's only 275, so in theory, only 275 people can complete a lot of the team sets. So and you can see, I mean, manage if you want to complete the Spurs set, good luck. You got to spend $7,000 on Manu Ginobili. If you want to complete the Mavs, you got to buy Dirk at over $7,000. Now, I was debating completing the Knicks, right? Because I live in New York. Well, f me, because I'd have to buy a Carmelo Anthony and an Amari Stoudemire. There's two run it backs, GB, that I have to buy. There's two. So look, I'd have to spend $4,000, 4,300 on Carmelo and 2,750 on Amari Stoudemire. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a lot of money, and that's why completing some of these team sets is so damn difficult. And also, remember, before 2 weeks ago, these were like Amari wasn't even $1,000. Carmelo was maybe 2,000, maybe less, 1,500. I don't even know. And now look at it, and that's what I mean. When you have these low mints, they pump so fast. And I could have completed this, and now it's out of my price range unless I make some big moves.
Any of those running backs still in the trade tickets? Do you know, or is that
That's a very
separate?
good question. That's a very good question. They are S1, so in theory, they could be. But again, I think most of those are already in circulation. I think your odds of
Circulation.
getting one
Yep.
are very slim.
Yep.
But it's a good question. I wonder if there's a way. Let's check Carmelo, right? So if you click on the moment, you can see here, yeah, only 5 hidden in packs. So
Yep.
um,
So
you know,
very, very,
your
very.
odds are not great.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
If
I wish.
you went back, go, just click on that for Carmelo for a second,
Sure.
and just see who's the top 10 names on that holders. So on the left, you got the 275 edition size and see all. The blue circle. Yep. See all. Dotty. Oh, Rohan. He's got number 2. Crypto
Yeah.
Flow. There's number 5 hidden in the pack, so someone still hasn't opened it.
Yep.
Could be one of
5
these
still
token
available.
smarters.
See, this is what's frustrating, right? Like
Yep.
Roham has number 2 and number 6. Like,
Yep.
look, I mean, I sorry, I didn't mean like I love Roham, but like, why doesn't he do something to give that back to the community, right? Like,
He's probably
he
got more
doesn't need
too.
that. I mean, and honestly, I have no mouse, so I can't
No,
scroll
it's
down anymore.
it's all right, all good.
Um, but yeah, I mean, like Roham has some of the best moments on the site, the best serials, and I wish he would do something to like get those in packs or get a lottery system in place and give those back to the community. His account, I think, is worth so many millions, and I think there's no reason for him to keep those moments, right? I
Yep.
don't know.
So there's people probably don't know. Can you explain who Rowan is? Because I guess a lot of Tokens homies
Ro-
probably don't
so
know.
Roham is the founder and CEO of Topshot and Dapper. I mean, more importantly, I guess Dapper Labs, right? He
Yep.
founded Dapper Labs. He founded CryptoKitties, um, and Topshot. That's his beauty, his baby.
Yep.
But the thing with Roham is we don't really know day to day how much he's involved in Topshot because he's making all kinds of projects on the Flow network, and with Dapper. But again, it is he is in charge. And when Top Shot first started and was in beta, and very few people were on the site, he was able to get a lot of the best moments on the platform. Which again, no one still has been able to been able to give me a valid reason as to why that was allowed. I mean, like any company, you don't you don't really do that kind of stuff. I don't really understand it, but
Yep.
I mean, that's neither here nor there. The
Yep.
point is, we love Rohan. His vision is great. Very brilliant guy. Very smart guy. But
Yep.
also, he's more money than God. And
Yep.
I don't think he needs to hold on to those moments.
Yep.
Give those back to give those back to the community. Can you imagine how exciting it would be if he just we did some type of lottery and people had a chance to win those moments, because again, he has some of the best moments and the best serials in the
Yep.
entire on the platform. And he
Yeah.
could, I mean, he could give away life-changing moments and money. And I think that
Yeah.
would be the right thing to do. But who am I to say that?
Yeah, I've just posted in chat a screenshot from Evaluate Us. It shows that Rohan is fourth in the
Jesus
collector
Christ.
leaderboard,
Look at
and
that.
his total valuation is
Oh,
$14 million.
Jesus.
So Rohan is
TV.
he's going
Oh,
crazy, and of course there's a lot of people here who are in the WoW community, and you will see the WoW Vault is number one. No
yep.
shock, no
No.
surprise. But the biggest shock on that screen is total purchase price, $3,000.
Crazy, right?
How the hell did the Whale Vault only spend a bit under 4,000 and it has a valuation of almost 46 mil?
Well, so
And
I think there's a couple things there that we have to take into account, right? So when Top Shot first started, by the way, first of all, you could have like multiple accounts. There was no one was monitoring anything. It was the wild, wild west.
yep,
And also on a lot of the bigger deals, since people didn't want to pay the fee that comes if you make a big buy on the Top Shot platform, they did off market deals, right? So those won't show up when it says the investment, right?
true,
So
true.
even though it
Okay.
says only 3,000, Whale Vault easily could have made 100,000 buy
Yeah, yeah.
off
So
market.
yeah, so Desired
Um,
once said, I think the Vault purchased another big account early. So yeah, so
right,
there is mention about that.
right,
Yep.
yeah.
But yeah,
But
it's
that was
crazy
again,
stats.
that was very common back in the day to have massive off market sales to avoid the fees.
Yep, crazy, crazy. All right.
But I
So,
mean,
anyone in the chat got any questions, or anyone wants to hop on quickly? I know I seen Dab Dragon in the chat. I know he likes to have a chat. If you want to come on the mic, anyone? Any questions for us? One purchases off market to save on fees.
look at
Uh,
that, guys. What do you think of the name? What do you think of the name Coast to Coast? I mean, pretty good name, right?
there you
We
go.
liking that?
Get your Pope. So claim your XDI chain Pope. So if you don't know, copy the coast to coast wording and click on the Pope bot. So basically, you'll have to message the Pope bot with coast to coast, and then paste in your Ethereum address, which is also your Polygon or XDAI chain address, and you'll get a coast to coast Pope from us at TokenSmart. So there, don't forget that will be there during the show to collect it, but there is a time limit, so I advise collect it now. Make sure you fill it out. So, Judge, if you want to get yours, probably do it now. Get your free Pope.
Wait, GB, fuck. What do I have to do? Say it again. What do I do?
Okay. So, can you see the message? It's got message the
Yes,
Pope bot. So click on the Pope
yes,
bot and paste
I
in
did it.
on the DM the coast to coast, and then a little link will pop up, and then
I
that's
got it.
basically the Pope link, and it will ask you to paste your Ethereum address, and basically that's all you need to do. Just paste in your Ethereum address. If you don't want to
I'm
paste in
doing
your
it right
Ethereum
now.
address, you still got the link, and basically you basically got the link to claim it anyway. So that should be the best way to do
I'm
it.
doing it. I did it,
So
guys. You can see my screen, I think. I'm doing it. I'm doing it
so
right
yeah,
now. I
so
did it.
you can see it live. Judge collecting his.
Uh, Now I won't. I'm not going to be upset, guys. Right? That GB put his name first above mine. I think I think we'll let that slide, right, guys?
Look, when you start creating your own Pope in your Discord, you can put it above ours.
I'm
Okay.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's all
I'm
good. It's
kidding.
all good. Having said that, people, if you haven't joined the judges Discord, in the event links, I did post it earlier. Um, he does talk about Top Shot and other items of NFTs. He is pretty new to NFTs, so Will probably can help him out. So go in there, have a chat to his community. I will post it again here in the general chat. Join his DG courtroom, and yes, there is a lot of talk about Top Shot in there. Some good alpha, so join his DG courtroom. Having said that, also, if you haven't seen it, he is on Twitch. Um, at the top of my head, I haven't got the link. Just give me a second. But I do have his YouTube. So if you like, he does post recently. He's posting on YouTube. So please go subscribe to his channel. Watch some of his videos. There you go. The judge has got his Twitch. Go into Twitch as well. He does shows. So you will be doing a show after this sometime later tonight, correct?
I will approximately 9 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We will go live tonight. A big show in store. Big show in store.
Oh, big show.
Lots of breaking news, GB, tonight.
Breaking news. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, so it looks like no one's really. I don't think anyone's really had any question. Oh, there's a question. Is NBA Topshot crash proof? That's an interesting one. Um,
Um, I mean, I don't think. Well, as Rude Moose once told me, market's gonna market, right? So I think we're gonna, we'll have ebbs and flows, like any market. Um, but in terms of having a crash, I'd be pretty effing shocked if that occurred. Um, I mean, I think about a month ago or so, we pretty much were bottomed out. And now, could we get back to those levels? I guess. But when you talk about, like, we are at such the early stages here, and we don't really. Again, they've had no real marketing yet. We don't have basketball fans on the site yet. Um, I just think that this product, I would be so shocked and surprised. I mean, things would have to go really wrong, and I think Top Shot would have to do an awful job managing this, as well, to somehow remember their partners, their licensed, their licensed partners are with the NBA, with the Players Association. Uh, they don't make mistakes. The Players Association, and the NBA, those guys don't miss, right? So for this project, and for Top Shot to fail, I would be pretty shocked for it to crash. Like, I just don't see it. In
yeah,
fact, I see it only going up from here. Like,
yep, yep,
this to me would be the bottom. I mean, we haven't started anything yet. Like,
yep,
it's all coming. It's all coming.
yep. Um, Another question: where does Judge see the Series 3 or Series 4 mint count going? 50k or 100k, or lower, or as it is? What do you reckon?
I mean, yeah, this one's tough, man. Like, and by the way, and mint count is so important. I mean, getting the supply and the demand right, it just again, it's Top Shot basically killed Series 2 by making by putting too much supply out there. The demand wasn't there. Now, in my opinion, they thought they're going to do some marketing. They thought have the new users signing and joining the site, but then the market crashed, and it crashed because for a variety of reasons, which I think we got into last show. I don't know if you know if we need to get into this show, but I think that caused Top Shot to scale it back and be like, oh shit, we cannot bring in new users in a market that's so unstable, that's crashed, and with so much negativity, toxicity, and FUD. So that's why I think the circulation count ended up being a little higher than they would have liked. I don't expect Series 3 to have a massive high mint. Uh, but Roham did come in the Nine Lives Lounge, and he said, if you think seeing a 35K mint and a 40K mint is high, uh, just wait until you see what's coming. So I have no doubt in my mind we will get to having 100Ks. Because remember, Top Shot also wants ultimately for any new user to come on the site and be able to buy packs at all times. And they
Yeah,
continually want a very low floor for new users when they come on the platform. And they consistently say they want commons to be commons and rares to be treated as rares. So for Series 3, I don't know. Because a lot of it depends on how much is Top Shot going to market. Like, what are their metrics showing them in terms of how many new users they're going to get for Series 3? Um, do I think it's going to be 50K at least? I do. Yes. Would I be a little if they go any higher than 50 55,000? Would I be a little nervous based on their past history? I guess. But if they do turn on the marketing, I think we're going to see such a massive influx of new users. We easily could handle a 75,000 mint. And I think that would be the max I would envision for Series 3.
and and
But
and,
I would think it'd be a little lower than that.
and this is where it comes down to their marketing. Like the way I see it is, there is heaps of school kids who like to collect basketball cards, or at least when I was younger, I
Yes.
did. And
Yes.
if you look at how many school kids around the world would love to collect some cards, or let's say some
Yeah.
moments. If they can make it
Yes.
accessible for these school kids, teenagers, let's say, this market could boom. There's millions of kids out there. So if you just imagine millions of kids trying to get into something that's 50k, that's just ridiculous numbers. There's no way in hell a million kids will be able to get 50,000 moments themselves. So yes, it is a possibility that in the future you could increase the serial number, but at this stage, yeah, the market, there's not many out there, not many people using the Top Shot. I guess it's mainly crypto and collectors that have money that get into it. But yeah, I can see one comment from your favorite old pal. Judge is going to break his Mac if he pulls a winter pack like the 98982 out of 100 serial number.
I mean, yeah. Well, first I want to say one thing. So we haven't talked about on the show yet about hardcore. I do think that also is like it's kind of like the sleeping giant that a lot of people really aren't talking too much about. So hardcore is going to be Top Shot's video game that they have coming out, and I think that will also play like if they know probably when that's coming out already, but they won't sure as hell won't tell us. But if that's going to be coming out, I do envision that coming out in Series 3. I think they've had some hiccups. I think they originally wanted it to come out this summer. Will that be delayed a little bit? It looks like it. But again, once Hardcore comes out, you talk about bringing in more kids and the gamers
Yep,
and people, all that whole crowd. That's also going to have another big impact on the market, bringing in lots of new users. And that's why there's so much potential here. It's just, man, when you think about it, I just don't know how it doesn't explode.
true. It's the same thing as when Space Jam came out. I noticed they had the Space Jam NFTs. You had a Space Jam game, I think was coming out on Xbox. So I was thinking, oh, this is a bit of promotion. I wonder if it affects the NBA Top Shot. And I don't know if it did, But yeah, there was a lot of stuff happening on the same time, wasn't it, Judge? About these different things that Top Shot was doing.
You mean like Space Jam the summer? That Space Jam?
Yeah. No, no,
Yeah, I
no.
mean,
The movie and stuff. Space Jam.
yeah, right. But like, so like, I don't even count this last movie. Come on. When you say Space Jam, I think of Jordan. I
Yeah,
don't think of this
exactly.
this shitty
Exactly.
Space Jam. This one did not count at all. Get out of here with that nonsense, GB. That was the worst take you've ever given me. Honestly, if I had a gavel, I do have my gavel. Guys, I'm gaveling him right now. I'm gaveling him. Uh, bad take by GB. Space Jam. Uh, because Top Shot didn't have any of the licensing rights, they couldn't really do anything with Space Jam. Yeah, I agree with you. I wasn't even a big fan of this first Space Jam, but that was, again, a lot of people did love that one. This
Yep.
one it seemed to not gain a ton of traction.
Mm.
But like, I don't think it's a great comparison to Hardcourt because like Hardcourt, that's going to be Top Shot's like that's their big video game. They're comparing it to Space. They're comparing it to NBA Jam.
NBA
Anyone
Jam.
who's
Yep.
old enough to remember playing NBA Jam as a kid, that game was a sensation. If they can do this game right, and I'm nervous that they do it wrong, but if they can get it even close to being right, um, it's going to be so cool and bring in so many new users, and also add utility because they have said numerous times that for hardcourt, your rare moments are going to have more value and more utility than your common moments. So all the rare moments on the site are going to pump immediately. The second that hardcore is released, every rare moment is going to go up in value.
That's very interesting. Did they mention gameplay about it? I was like, this is probably
No,
no,
they've like been
very
very secretive
yeah,
about it. Yeah, the only comparison was NBA Jam, and that was it.
yeah. Because yeah, I'll be very interested to see how they link utility with the moments to the game itself.
I'm not smart enough to know what to like, even make educated guesses, but I do think like they're like the one thing that I do like about Top Shot, they don't do anything on our time frame.
Yep,
They do things when they're ready, right?
yep,
They want to get things right the first time.
yep.
Um, so like if there's delays, I'm fine with that. As long as when they do unleash it, it's great. If it's great, then it's going to be a big win for all of us who are on the platform.
Yep.
Even if you don't want to play the game, just because your moments are going to go up in value.
Hmm. True. Exactly. Anything new comes out, there'll be hype. With the hype comes sales. With the sales, there's a bit of a pump, and yeah, it's always a good thing.
And a lot of new users, And if the game can be great, these people are going to stay. They're going to stay.
True. Yep. And then that's when all the kids come along. That's when all the
Yeah.
teenagers. Yep.
Yep.
And I'm just going to check any other questions. Oh yeah, we got another one. What sort of utility have we seen with the Nine Lives Lounge Star? And what sort of utility would you expect in the coming year from Nine Lives Lounge?
So
Another one of your community members.
I mean, I think the what I think the thing that people are looking forward to most is that getting early access to some of Dapper's other projects, right? They're having what's the name of the football league they're doing? I'm not a big soccer or football fan. La Liga.
So
I don't
yeah,
even know the name.
the Spanish La Liga is what they're talking about.
Yeah. So like again, having think about if you had the chance to buy all those moments before anyone else. Again, UFC is coming out from Dapper. Imagine if you have a chance to buy those moments before anyone else. You're gonna get, and Dapper, they're not gonna stop, right? They have a lot of really cool things in the pipeline, and being in the Nine Lives Lounge, you now until the end of time, for not all the projects, but for some of them, you will get a priority and early access to those projects, right? And that's there. I don't even know how to put a price tag on something like that, right? So like that in itself is worth it to some people. You also, again, you're going to be able to chat with Roham and the team in helping them make decisions. That's already been happening. You are going to be able to talk to NBA players. They're going to have all kinds of exclusive events. Again, they always refer to it as the Soho House. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the Soho House. It's a very exclusive kind of club. They have one in New York. I've been there. It's all famous people that are there, celebrities, right? Models. It's the place you want to be, and that's what they're trying. They're going to have the Nine Lives Lounge. They're always going to have people popping in there. Very important people, very celebrities in the music industry, in the sports industry, of course. All kinds. They're going to keep bringing in constantly important people that are very cool to talk to in terms of utility. Holy shit! You want to go to a basketball game? You want to go to a suite? You want a suite in an NBA game? You want autographed jerseys? You want to go to shoot arounds? There's nothing that they can't do because they're licensed and they're partners with the NBA, right? I really think that again, it's your how much are you allowed to dream? Where does your imagination allow you to go? And also the beauty of Dapper, there's at all times there's a Top Shot employee in the Nine Lives Lounge listening to our ideas, and they're like very receptive. And like I just think there's going to be like just utility always, and it's always going to be the best utility in terms of completing any set, ever on the platform.
Yeah, I agree. I know. Yeah, Dapper's they're doing their bold moves. La Liga. I mean, personally, Spanish league. I'm a European background, so it's going to be big if they get into soccer of all the leagues. UFC moments, yeah, it might be interesting to see how they do that. If it's going to be UFC moments and blood and guts on the screen, will be a bit different. I don't know if they're allowed to do that, but yeah, let's see. PGA maybe rated. Yeah, golf, Tiger Woods moments. So that's a bit different. Got another question for you, Judge. When will NBA run it back packs come with the older player moments? That's a good
Well,
one.
define what you mean. Define what you mean by older player moments. I'm not sure what you mean by there.
Poker Pro, you want to explain a little bit? You want to come on the mic? You want to ask him exactly your question, or you want to type it?
I mean, everyone should remember with running backs, right? So the way that they're doing running backs, I'm not a fan of. What
Okay,
they do is that
he's talked about retired players.
um yeah. So again, like what they do every year, which we've talked about on my stream many times for running backs. I don't like what they've done, but this is what they're sticking to right now. They're going to pick a year. Let's say it's 2010. I forgot the first year that they chose.
Yep.
But they're going to pick a year, and what they want to do is what were the themes of that year, right? So the first running back year they chose was the year that Nash went to the Lakers. That's why you see Steve Nash in a hideous Lakers jersey and not one in a Phoenix jersey. And that's why you see Garnett in a Brooklyn jersey, because it was the year that Garnett went to Brooklyn. Those were some of the themes of that year. They wanted to be a theme oriented set. So some people like that, some hate it. I think it's fine. I think they could have done better with that, but that's okay. So what they do, they pick a year and then they pick the themes of that year and pick like who were the kind of the big players that were making kind of moves and that dominated the storylines of that season. So that's what you have to now again. So I think it would be really cool if Top Shot came out in the next couple of days and said, look, just so you know, this season, we're going to choose 2008. At least give us the year, and then we can all speculate and we can have fun and think
Yeah,
about, okay, what were the storylines? I think that would be a really cool thing if Dapper did that.
exactly. And if they had a competition, if you get the correct guesses, you can get a free moment or something. I guess that's another
Yeah,
thing.
they can
And
do
yeah,
all kinds of cool things like
it
that.
would also build up the hype, so
Yes,
people are ready to get those
yes.
packs. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know why they're not doing this. And again, like, we have 1 month left.
I,
So
I
in the
get.
next month,
I guess the biggest problem would be is they got to get probably the old players to agree to have their moments on there. I guess.
Um, well, again, I think a lot of old players they don't have a choice. Like if you're a part of the NBA Players Association, you don't get a say,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
like basically there's votes that occur, but the retired players they won't really have a lot of say in the matter.
Yep.
Like now, so like I'm not exactly sure how that works with retired players, but I'm pretty sure the NBA has footage and access to all of that. And if they want to include those players' moments, it's going to happen, and it will happen
Yeah.
unless something crazy occurs to make that not so.
All right. Got another question. I'll probably wrap up these questions soon. With the overabundance of NFT projects building every day, are we reaching a critical mass? Will a downturn in NFTs that may be inevitable affect NBA Topshot? Now, my theory about NFT projects versus NBA Topshot, it's all a money game. A lot. The pumps and dumps are all because of people who are trying to earn money. Um, the long-term effects of this is if the project is a true collector, people will collect it if they like it. Don't buy stuff if you're not really happy to hold it, I guess is my theory. NFTs is basically you're supposed to be collecting it, all right? The artists themselves are the ones that are really in theory supposed to be making the money. You guys are the collectors. Yes, fair enough. People are out there to make a business out of this. You will try and sell NFTs to try and make money, and it sometimes is a good business because then you can buy your favorite NFTs or Top Shot moments. So yes, I don't personally think it really affects each other that much, NBA Top Shot versus NFTs, but it does affect the flow of cash where it's going to. But yeah, true collectors will collect what they want. So hopefully that answers your question, NFTs.
Yeah, and I mean, just for me to chiming in, I think that whatever happens in the rest of the NFT space, this is why Top Shots to me is different. Like, I think what you said in like theory is right, but like, how many people are really collecting? I don't know, pick a profile picture. How many are really in it to collect? The vast majority, in my opinion, are trying to make money, right? And I think when all of these crash, and I think the PFPs will crash, I think it will evolve into something else, but people are going to get tired of it. I think where will you go? Where will you run back to? Top Shot. Why?
See,
'Cause
see, yeah,
that is a product you want to collect. And again,
I will cut you short there. Just
well,
in the NFT industry, being longer than you, I guess.
that is fair, true.
The profile pics I do not like. I will say that. I do think that ruined our industry
Yeah.
with NFTs because what NFTs was the original idea, I guess. Yes, you got the crypto punks, but it was a basically a platform for NFT artists. So the true artists, the ones that do digital artwork, or if they do canvas painting and they can do a digital copy onto the onto the blockchain, and then allowed the artists themselves to sell their digital art. Profile pics, in my opinion, it's a computer generated thing. People don't really understand that. Yes, some of it could be a little bit of a design by an artist, but when you do 10,000 mint, it's not really for a true collector. And that's where a lot of us in the old OGs, I guess, community, we collect true artists, I guess, and that's where the real big money is, because they're mainly one-on-one pieces. Okay, so yes, I don't agree with the amount of spam and crap that's out there with all these profile pictures. Um, Now, Bored Ape Yacht Club, if there's utility to it, fair enough. It does create a pump. Um, with utility with profile pics, a lot of them now are just copying each other. It's a bit crazy. Okay, so yes, you come up with an idea. Bored Ape said merchandise, but truly, unless you got a proper evolution of what's going to happen in the future, in a year's time, 2 years time, what's going to happen with these profile pictures? I don't think honestly it's going to be around that long. Like the OG of CryptoPunks, because it's the original, I guess what you can call NFT, that will hold value. Bored Ape Yacht Club, it has created the first, I guess, utility for the profile pictures, which has gone crazy now with all that's happening. But these other ones, unless they come up with something new, I personally don't think it's going to be any much longer
Yeah,
than a
but
couple of months. But yeah, go for it.
GB, that's my point, right? Like that was very well put, very articulate. And again, you know this the NFT space much more than me. But that's why I always stick to top. At the end of the day, I always go back to Top Shot, right? Because what's the profile pictures really have, right? What do they really have for? What's the real utility there? You know what Top Shot has? Like every year, GB, I know there's going to be a new season. There's going to be new rookies. There's going to be a new great storylines. There's going to be breakout players. There's going to be amazing playoffs. Like every year. Like this is not for debate. This is just the way the NBA and the world works. Like this project is just it's loaded with everything you would want to collect. To collect. That's why I got in this space to collect it.
Yep.
It to me, it's an NFT in name only, right? It just to me, it was always has and will be a basketball product,
Yep.
and that's why I think it's an outlier if you want to compare this to pick a profile picture. I think there's no comparison, and that's why I always go back to Top Shot. Like that's what I want to collect. That's what I'm in for the long haul. That's what's going to be here to stand the test of time. And the profile pictures, I'm with you. I just don't see how that can go on for I don't know. I don't know how much longer. And we'll see. But I am now. Someone said, "Am I biased?" Probably I am because look, I love basketball and I love the platform, but I think my bias also as a basketball fan um, show is hopefully the last 6 months that I've been doing all these shows is kind of giving you why and backing up why I think it's such a great product. So you can listen to my words, but also listen to me. More importantly, all the utility and all the things that I'm saying, and you can choose to agree or you can choose to not agree.
And that's the thing. Like with profile pictures, the long term is you got to evolve if they're going to here to stay. Like at the moment, it's the same old thing. Profile picture comes out. Next couple of months, it's going to have a companion. Next couple of months might have a merchandise. And it's all pretty much the similar roadmaps, and I can see that. Yep, we donate to charity. Um, what else do they
Maybe a
usually?
game,
Maybe
maybe a
maybe
game coming,
that and that's
maybe in the metaverse, maybe someday.
oh that's it.
You know,
Metaverse events and metaverse games. Now I think I've only seen one or two people actually do a metaverse game and actually came out, which was the
right?
Strawberries WTF. I think they created the game where you can play with your I guess your profile pic. But aside from that, I personally don't think these guys will really be doing too much game. Don't quote me on it because they are earning a lot of money when they're charging zero point zero 0.05 to zero point zero 0.08 on these profile pictures. So it is a lot of money. But yeah, I personally don't think too much utility in the long run.
Yeah.
May end up with a collection of rugs. When Rug Museum? Well, Rug Museum, if you want, decide one. You can create yours in the metaverse. I'm sure there's a crypto voxel plot available for you to invest in and show your rugs. Similar with Decentraland, another metaverse place. You'll be having a lot of fun watching your rugs. But yeah, we don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there being decentralized, being I guess privacy focused that you just don't know. You don't know which projects are actually 100% true, which ones aren't, which ones are going to stay in the long run. The biggest thing I'd just tell people with NFTs is do your own research. If you got money to risk, that's your thing that you got to judge. Do you want to risk it? Um, if the people come out with their identity, it's probably a little bit safer. But having said that, there's people in the real world that have got businesses. You see their face, and then next thing you know is a couple of months' time they're in trouble with the law from whatever reason. So you just never know with any project. But yep, Top Shot, basketball, sport, can't go wrong.
Well,
They're
and
expanding.
I think
Yep,
I think it's, I think you just said something really important too, though, right? We know the team. We
yep,
we know the team. They have a
yep,
history. We
yep.
know Dapper, right? So like, I think that does add another layer of credibility and why I'm so bullish on Top Shot. And we know the NBA. Good point, Desire. Yeah, like these are not. We're not going with anonymous, people that we just found out about 2 days ago, who are minting a 10K project, and and then maybe they show their voice, maybe one face appearance. Like this is an established team that we know and we can trust.
I guess the only backside is that it's not truly decentralized. Dapper is a bit centralized. I guess that's the only thing in the true essence of cryptocurrency. I guess. But yeah, but still they're okay. So what, Judge? What are you showing now? Live token. You're trying to snipe some moments. Anything good on the
GB,
market?
You have watched my show. You know, I always say, never take your eyes off live token. Again, you never know what's going to come up. You never know. You're always looking. You never know when the next big deal is going to come. When
Yep,
someone's going to panic and fire sale a moment that I want.
yep. And you can see there's for the people that's watching now the stream. Hopefully you're watching. $3 moments, like you can see, that's the cheapest ones currently out there. Nothing really lower than $3 that you can see on the live token. But yeah, some interesting things that keep on popping up. No low. Oh, low serial 67. I think is the low one there.
Little Iguodala,
93.
yeah. I mean, but you can see you can get great players. I mean, that's a Chris Paul for $4, right?
Yep,
So, I mean, you can get a lot of really good players at the floor basically right now still.
yep. And so you recommend live token for people to look at, or what do you reckon?
Uh, I mean, I think live token will take you some getting used to, but if you can, if you can just stick with it, and understand, there's still a lot of people going for these moments. It is a popular site, but it does have the best deals probably that you can find on Top Shot. So yeah, I mean, to me, this is where I've sniped a lot of my collection is through this site. But just keep in mind that it takes a little bit of getting used to, right? There's a lot of information on this page,
Yep.
so it will take you a little time to be able to look at this and really understand and read it. Like within once you get the hang of it, when a moment pops up, you can basically look at all 6 or 7 things here within in like less than a second. Your eyes and your mind will get accustomed to this pretty quickly.
Yep. The other thing that the reason why I ask about live token is there's been talk about OpenSea and having top shot moments on there. Do you reckon it'll ever happen anytime soon, or do you reckon it's a good idea or a bad idea? What do you think about that?
I mean, the way OpenSeas is right now, I wouldn't like that at all. It's such a mess. To me, it's so not user friendly. Um, so I wouldn't be a big fan of it, but I can understand why some people would want it. And I've heard those rumblings as well. But
Yeah.
I mean, I would lean that I hope it does. Look, I think ultimately that's honestly, it's a tough one. I honestly don't know. For the first time ever, you stumped me. I don't know what to say. You stumped me on this one. I don't want it to happen. I have a feeling that it may at some point. Um, but I am just, I think that site is so awful to use and navigate. Um, so like to me, like the Top Shot site is so user friendly, GB. Like it's one of the main pros I think it has, and why people love coming back to it. It's just so easy to use, and no gas and none of that stuff. None of the issues that you have with OpenSeas you have to worry about here. So
You would assume, but if OpenSea has some sort of linkage with Dapper Wallet, it would be no gas as well. So you would assume that's the case, but we don't know.
yeah,
And
right,
I mean, don't get me wrong, Top Shot Marketplace, yeah, and stuff like that. There is some things I would like to change, like my collection. I wish they had like a duplicate button that you can work out what duplicates you got, because otherwise you got to scroll through your moments to work out what you got, or
yeah,
otherwise you got to do a filter. So, but
yep,
having said that, they're in beta, so yes, we know they're working on stuff. But
yeah.
yeah, but OpenSea, if they did go on there, it might get more people visible onto the NBA Top Shot. It might create more sales, might create more of a hype. I don't know.
I
It's
mean, again, my other fear though would be again that's bringing in more people who wouldn't be NBA fans, right? I'm very protective of my beloved Top Shot,
Yep.
and again, I've just seen the way that it's handled in the crypto space. And again, I genuinely want people to want to collect this. And I want a user base that wants to collect it and is our basketball fans. And to me, ultimately, that's what's going to be the thing that takes this ultimately over the top and pumps this all the way past the moon, past the planets to another galaxy. Yeah, so that's just my own personal thinking.
Yep. All right. So we've gone for about an hour and a half. I know we've got only about 30 minutes left. Kane Mayfield will have his public school show after that. Any other moments you like to show that you like from your collection or that you want to collect?
I mean, honestly, what's it? I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what's in my collection anymore.
You got
Like I feel like I
854
need.
moments.
I feel like once a week, I genuinely need to like go through everything because there. I hate selling, but it would make sense for me to consolidate some of this to so again, so I can get into more rares. I desperately want to get more rares. I want to get into the lower mint counts. Um, that's that's where I want to be. That was my plan to do that this summer, and then we pumped out of nowhere. August 11th, we had this massive pump. Right when I was kind of getting ready to start my consolidation strategy.
Yep.
So that's kind of what I want to do going forward. I mean, I don't think I showed you guys this one yet today. This baby, I bought this live on my show. I think it's one of the coolest moments on the site. The Paul George run it back. Again, this popped up on live token out of the blue, late at night, live for 2,500. Um, so I could complete the Indiana Pacers team set, but again, who the hell likes the Pacers? You know, not many people. But I think that moment's now 4K, so that got a nice pump as well. But I mean, also, I do hate the way you're right. There's no easy way. Oh, you know what I want to show you guys? When I first joined the site,
What's your first moment?
what are some of the things that I was buying?
Yep.
I'm trying to see. Wait, where's my KPJ?
Should be all the way at the top, wouldn't it? Or...
Yeah, so you can see I actually have it for sale right now. What a deal! I gotta delist this. Holy shit! So this I would stay up in the middle of the night. And it's how much I love basketball and how much of a no life I have. This is before I even started streaming. I would watch G League games, which is like the minor leagues of basketball. And
Yep.
Kevin Porter Jr. was playing in the G League, and he was kicking everyone's ass every night. And I was like, this guy's a sensation. So my first big buy on the platform was this moment right here. Um, and this kid has so much athleticism, so much talent. He's on Houston right now. And I knew when he got called up to the Rockets last year, he was going to be a breakout player. He was. Unfortunately, the market also crashed at the same time.
Yep.
At one point, this moment got up to over $7,000, and then I think it went all the way down to I think 600. So you can see there's been. This is why GB. This is why I look like shit right now. A lot of stress I've had to go through during this Top Shot process, but I've held on to almost everything. I mean, I think now it's gotten back up to close to what I paid for it originally.
Yep.
Um, and I just love this moment. And again, that's what I mean. I forgot I had this for sale. Like you got to be smart and like because if a pump happens and you have something for sale, it could sell, right? Just like the NFT space. So
Yep.
what I'm doing right now is I'm going to check what's the low ask right now,
Yep.
and I may delist that. But like that's also the thing with me, right? Like I make a lot of my buys. Wow, so I almost have the lowest ask. Holy shit, I may have to delist. Um, okay, so I've actually no, I don't. So you can see I have mine's about the fourth one here. Um, a really good cereal. I don't have a good cereal on this moment. So you have three much better cereals than me.
Yep.
Interesting. But like the thing again, the reason why I thought I'd have such an edge on Top Shot is because of how much I know about basketball and how much I watch basketball. And the thing that I just didn't take into account when I joined the site is that people were buying the same moments that I was buying for $1,000 for $1, right? And no matter
So
how much you know basketball,
yeah, and
no
this
matter
this
how
is
much you know basketball, you
yep.
can't compete with that.
And this is when you're talking about the early adopters. Yep.
Yes, yes,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. And there's some of us token smarties that I guess got into that. Not me. I wasn't a smart person. I did not get into the early adopters. I had the chance to buy those $1 packs, but decided not to. But I know there's a few regulars in here, so if you guys know their names, he's in crypto. He's got a few. Grevinator, he's got some. And yeah, I think the other mods, it's Carolina. I think it's got a few packs. Sandy Meow's got a few, I think. So there is a few people that were collectors. But yeah, there's a few
And
of us. Yeah.
I don't know why Poker Pro seems to like to want to ask questions that I only answer every day on my stream. GB, very weird, right? It's very odd. Why do I list moments if I don't want to sell them? So again, I listed that most of the time. If I'm listing a moment, it's I want to level up the serial. So that Kevin Porter Jr. I actually listed because I wanted to sell the Kevin Porter the KPJ and then buy a KPJ MGLE.
Yep.
The MGLE is the gold standard and the price on an MGLE moment and the throwdown, which is what I have, were very similar. So it would have been a very smart move financially for me to go to transfer over to sell the throwdown if I could buy the MGLE.
Yep. True. But yeah, Poker Pro, heaps of questions. I don't know if he's trying to rattle you or what's going on, but yeah, some
I don't get
interesting
rattled,
questions.
GB. You can't rattle the judge, you know.
uh, that's some funny stuff.
Now
So yeah,
maybe a
yeah.
lady could rattle me, but, you know.
Well, yeah, I'm not going there. That's your personal business. uh, I can see Poker Pro just typing back. Yep, no problems, Poker Pro. Um, I will post again to those people that missed out. Don't forget, fill out the Google form. You will get your NFTs, which will be a minimum will be an Ethereum NFT, or I should say on the Polygon chain. But I will consider doing wax, and I will talk to Judge later. Me and him might just do some sort of Top Shot moment giveaway. But yeah, fill out the form, and we'll get back to you. But like I said, minimum, or you'll get an Ethereum NFT. Um, I don't want to take too much of your time, Judge. We do have a show in 20 minutes, and I want to get these guys a break as well. So in between the show, so don't forget, people. Event links. We do have um, access to the Discord for the judge. If you do want to know more about Top Shot, ask him. He will help you out. His community will help you guys out too. They help each other out. We can help them out with NFT chat as well. They do like to find out what's the latest in NFTs. So if you guys also want to go in there and join in the conversation, talk to the judge, talk to his community. Also, don't forget the judge has a stream on Twitch. He does regular giveaways. You can watch Sucker Ducker. If you don't know what it is, you better watch his stream. Find out what Sucker
Oh
Ducker
man,
is. Um,
that's so funny. Can you just every show? Can you make sure you say that at least one time?
Sucker Ducker
Yeah,
with my Aussie accent. Is that a good one?
yeah. It's just great. It's always if you're ever having a sad day, just everyone say suckadugga. It's just a fun thing to say. Suckadugga. It's just fun.
Yeah, true, true. Um, now, again, what time are you going to do the stream so people understand?
So I will be streaming tonight, probably in about at approximately 9:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. Big show in store, GB. We're making moves, breaking news, all kinds of good stuff.
So I've posted it in the general chat, his Twitch link. So make sure you save it and follow and subscribe to his Twitch channel. Like I said, there will be Sucker Ducker, there will be giveaways, there will be more talk NBA, and who knows, there is some alphas. He does have some talks about NFTs that he likes, that he's getting involved with. So hopefully you
GB,
guys join in.
GB, look
Yeah,
at my
go for it.
screen. Look at this. What do you think about this? Maybe we'll
Yep.
buy some of these tonight, GB.
So,
Me and you.
so like he's showing now. I did tweet this out. This is something that we're looking at. Where looks very interesting. If you scroll down, if you can, Judge. The biggest thing is, aside from the pictures, um, hold it there for a sec. Community. So you can see there it says earn 25% of the profit made from primary sales goes to our holders. Include secondary sales, airdrop sales, fees from Loopy Land, and whatever else we're baking on. So the question is, that looks very interesting. If you're getting a 25% on secondary sales, I'm don't know about the mint price, 0.07, looks a bit expensive, but keep an eye on it, people. Check if it is hyped up, and if it does go crazy for sales, see if you can get a good snipe on the secondary market. But having a possibility of earning 25% from secondary sales is a good thing, I think. Also, if you scroll down further, Judge, you will see that the creator, I guess, is on there. So scroll down further. There she is. So she is promoting herself, I guess, and she does talk about her journey, and she does have links to Twitter and stuff. No financial advice, but if you guys are interested, have a look. If you buy profile pictures, I guess this is another one of these profile pictures you can look at with some utility possibility that coming into play. She does create some sort of um, physical items as well. So if you go to her Instagram, I think in the picture in the background you can probably see some of her items. I think and her artistic stuff. But yeah, she does create physical items. We have no affiliation with this person. We do just check it out, the project, and we just find it interesting. So if you guys are interested, check out Loopy Donuts. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Also, a reminder that they do mint in it's 2 hours and 18 minutes. So again, the Discord size was about 5,000 when I joined. This what was that last night? Did we join this morning? Who can remember? I don't know, 12 hours ago maybe. So I don't know, it looks like I don't anticipate a sellout here, right, GB? But that 25% is very interesting. And I know me and you will be monitoring that. And maybe it'd be fun if all of us could get in. If it's
yep,
looks like it's maybe gonna sell out.
and we'll be monitoring it live on your Twitch channel, and
We will.
I
We
guess
will tonight. We will be monitoring live.
yep. So I guess for people that are also watching now, maybe join us, and we'll see what our thoughts are when it comes pretty much to the mint. Now there is a white list, so there is a few minted already. They did have a pre-sale, I guess, for the people that joined their community early. So there is, I think, already 800 being pre-minted. I think I saw last
865. 865 GB.
865. So their community is already buying. So 865 for a community buy is pretty big already. So the question will be is there any hype after that? Now I don't know. Maybe the community bought out and then that's it. We might stall. Usually the community is the ones that hype it. So that's the question: what happens when it goes live? But yeah, just like to say to everyone that joined us today, thanks. Fill out the Google form. Join us later on the Twitch channel. Watch Judge and his regular show. Join his Discord. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. We will be doing this hopefully in a regular fashion every week. Same time, same place. Hopefully you enjoyed the Judge and GB. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.